play action with Williams. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top-5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top-5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Now on first down from the 43. Might be changing the route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Williams to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll go right back to it. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forced. Williams. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Red pass, it's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal attempt. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early... They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Williams. Pressure coming. It's complete. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Unloads quickly. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Play fake, Williams. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Sends it back in motion. It's Williams again. Going to try to get it himself. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result. Williams on the play fake. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. With the catch, it's Wiley. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. On the run, it's Temple. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Ready.
Throwing, Williams. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Got his man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty.
Black 14. Go.
Here's Williams to throw. Release to the back. Back's looking for the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Dogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he's in! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Williams will pass. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a 2nd. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here.
The Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. Bringing it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Running inside, it's Temple. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Blue 20.
Williams. Here comes the heat. On target over the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field. And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play.
Caught, and he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Spade deep. Red 20 hot. Hot.
Williams looking to the big tight end. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments. Williams from the gun on third down. Oh, he makes the catch. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on fourth down. Williams to the air again. Converts on fourth down. Still going. unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Third down from the gun, Williams. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. On target to the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Throwing, Williams. Makes the catch. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Temple. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Bulldogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Williams looking for a man. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Touchdown, Dogs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They've been outstanding the last couple of possessions, both times winding up in the end zone, and they've grabbed the lead. Williams bringing the heat. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They try to pop a run on the draw. Got enough for the 1st. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Play action with Williams. He'll throw it. It's complete to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The give as they work on that clock. Lowers those pads. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to 27.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Gets the back moving. Williams puts it out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
The give to the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, got a little grass. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this